Good. And so I've sent out the recipe. Make sure you get on nanakasha.com, and we'll think about if we can put it up there on the on the shop for you too. So hello everybody. So this is one of our beautiful things we're doing during this full moon cocoon is take advantage of the energies to go into sacred work, go into sacredness with the land, with the other spirits, consciousnesses in form, in this realm, in other realms. There's many, many subtle realms that you may be aware of angels or feel nature spirits or talk to animal guides or, feel the essence of a special tree. Maybe you're communicating with dolphins or the ocean or, ascended masters. Whatever level of intuitive awakening or development that you're at, the sacredness within every form of life is a portal to a clear communication, to receiving beauty and benefits and coming into harmony. Overall, I believe that underneath everything, if we come into harmony, and harmony doesn't mean we're the same, it means we're a rainbow. We're the full color spectrum. We all vibrate wherever we vibrate, but we are a field of one, individually expressing as a field of one. And that awareness is awakening within us. So we're looking at the sacredness of life. Yesterday, I was so thrilled. Please make sure you watch I was able to film going into the sacred side of Maya Pond early with 2 hours just for us, take you through a good part of the site and up the pyramid in a sacred way so that you were connecting to the vortexes, you were connecting to the land, you were having your own full moon energy. And then at the top, we did a ceremony going into the temple. So when you repeat that, anytime you repeat that, the full moon energies will be there. This is a celebration. This is a congratulations. You're ready. You're moving on. There's a big spiritual awakening happening right now where we're consciously becoming aware of how incredibly spiritual we are, how we are all these subtle layers, and that world is very rich, but we can't live it when we're living everyone else's life. So the sacredness of rites of passage, of going to vortexes, of doing ceremonies, of talking to the moon, of paying attention to the energies that are happening each day is because then you're in flow together with the full moon energies rather than trying to do something that is outside of the energy that is stronger than you and all around you, and then you're swimming up current and you're suffering and you're struggling. So part of being in a body is accepting that we are here as bodies, and as bodies, we are part of Gaia, and all of us are part of Gaia. So please welcome into this sacred temple above and below us. There's cones of rainbow light. The dolphins are swimming around and around us in both directions, silver and gold dolphins, balancing like yin and yang around this sacred sphere. As you enter, you say, I am ready and willing and open and receptive to be a clear and open channel to my highest good and that which is optimal for my soul's path, powers, and purpose at this time. Now, hold your heart in your mind or put your hands on it, because these sacred energies that are coming through, this is cinnamon and copal, and these are clearing, cleansing, and protecting. They're creating in your aura, lifting from you all that no longer serves you, because you are here today for a sacred heart healing journey. This heart healing journey is one where we are calling on many of the sacred spirits that I work with, many of the sacred spirits in this land of the ancient Maya that is coming alive again. Most of us didn't know anything about the ancient Maya. We're coming to realize they were one of the first and the most advanced civilizations that ever existed, but they were erased like so many in such an efficient way and not included in the history books in any way, that people still don't realize there are more pyramids here on the Yucatan Peninsula, down into Belize and Honduras, than anywhere on the planet. And there's so many, they've barely excavated 13% of them. And it will take who knows how long to even get close. And they are magnificent, and they show us wisdom. They show us their ability to read the stars, to be prophets for this moment now. They have the most sophisticated calendar ever, but the calendar wasn't just how to track the stars. It was interlocking spheres and cycles, so they understood that cycles happen, and they could see where they were and what the cycles meant, and they could see where we are now and what the cycles were going to mean for us. They may not have known exactly how it was going to unfold, but they knew we would be in a pinnacle moment. And like the ancient Egyptians and many, many civilizations, many, many secrets, societies, many, many sacred paths and wisdom has been carved or embedded into buildings, built aligned with equinoxes or certain things. There's a solar third eye initiation that happens at a place called Sibil Shaltun, very close to my home, on the equinox. I finally got the chance to experience it last fall, and I will never miss it again. Peak life experience beyond belief. And these are just the remnants of what's still here. Without all of the sight, without all of the sacred wisdom, it's still there in the stone. And it awakens our key codes, and it awakens from your key codes. There's an exchange that happens that I learned about consciously for the first time. I understood that I always took energy from a place. I always opened things in a place. I had past life memories since very, very young. We moved to Europe when I was 8 or 9, and I stayed there until I was 17, almost 18, college. And so I grew up around all of these old cities and places. I went to Florence, and I knew where everything was. As my parents were discussing it with a map, I was like, oh, the David's up here and to the right. Oh, that's over there, back that way. And they would just stare at me, but nobody knew what to say. Nobody could say, oh, those are past life memories, or those are you tapping into the energy that was here in that time, which you can do. There's all kinds of ways to experience multiple times, multiple dimensions. We're in a timeline. We're in a time-space continuum. But the Maya understood. The ancient Maya walked in both worlds. They knew they were spiritual. They knew where they were subtle. They knew they had access this way and up. And they knew that they were physical, and they knew that they were in a realm here. Now, we do not know anything about sacrificing or any of that. And in my experience, the energies I tune into are based on light and what I call the blue heart of truth. And I'll share that on the final celebration in a few days, where we were at, I think it was probably the first retreat that I did. And we were on the top of Koba, the tallest pyramid, which you can't climb anymore. So thank God we went there 5 times. So if you want to come, please come to the retreat now, because we do not know how often we will be able to go. I've been trying to go to Sibil Shaltun for the sun to rise on the equinox through the portal to awaken my third eye for 3 years, I think, because of the pandemic and other things, and finally so on and so forth. So contact me if you want to do that in the fall on the equinox. It's going to be a private event that I'm going, and I will have probably 3 days of going to the 3 most significant pyramids that align with the equinox for profound, deep healing, soul revealing, activating key codes that are there, receiving new information. I go over and over and over. When I went yesterday, I don't even know now, I've been to Mayapan at least 10 times. I never get tired of it. I get to climb to the top of the pyramid. It's exquisite. Barely anybody goes. And there's so much to discover. Every time it's different. It's a full moon, or it's an equinox, or I'm this person, or now I'm that person. So make sure you watch that and enjoy that. So what I'm doing is helping to start to reveal what I call the Mayan magic and the blue heart of truth. On this first retreat, there was a woman with a professional real camera, and she walked around snapping a lot of photos that would go snap, 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 snap. And afterwards, we had done the pyramid. I used to be able to get in at dawn, and we would be on the top of the pyramid when the sun rose, and I was doing the activation. And we had profound, deep shamanic journeys, upgrades to our light body, increased intuition. These are the kinds of things that happen when we bring all that together. And then we would all came back from the journey at the top of the pyramid. We processed for a little while, and everybody had another hour or an hour and a half to go through the rest of the site, which is quite large, on these little Mayan taxis. So I paid for the little Mayan taxis, and they had a little map, and they could go wherever they wanted. And so afterwards, everybody went down, and I took my time at the top to process everything and to do my own ceremony to close and to release and to make sure I was leaving the site as pure energetically and spiritually as much as anything else. And then we went down, and I said, let's go to this one temple. And I didn't know anybody else was going to go there. We all ended up there together, and immediately walked up, and one lady was already seeing past lives and different experiences. And she was like, oh my gosh, there's so much trapped here. We have to free it. And I went and sat down and immediately left my body and was walking in and around the temple in another life. Everybody sat down around me. We were sitting on the steps. You're not allowed to climb it, but we were sitting on the bottom part of it. And everybody had, we found out later at lunch, a past life experience that we had all been there together. And we went in and did some healing and some freeing of energies. And the lady that had the professional camera, instead of sitting down with us, she just was walking around taking photos. And some of the photos were of us sitting there doing this. I'm like this, everybody's sitting kind of, in meditation, slumped down. And all of a sudden, in one of the photos, energy spheres start to appear above and below us, over me, and green, and it's going like 1, 2, another one. They're bigger, they're brighter, because she's taking these fast photos. And then all of a sudden, bam, this flash of fuchsia comes down right onto me. And it's only in the one frame. And then it's gone, and the other spheres are around there again, and then they fade. And when we came out, we compared experiences, and then we saw the photos. And this is the kind of power that happens when you do this. So one thing I wanted to do was to connect you in some way to the energies that we have here in Maya land, have on the retreats that I do, that create these profound bringing together. So you can do these ceremonies, you can do everything that I'm sharing with you. And now, if you don't have it right now, it's okay. You can repeat this later, but you're going to do and make your cacao. So here is my cacao, and let's see, I'm not sure if you can see that. It's super thick and creamy on the top because it's been sitting a little while. You see how thick that is? Ooh la la. All right. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So, oh my, here I am without this on. Sorry about that. Okay. I put anise in it. So I'm going to show you in a minute how to make the cacao. Then we're going to receive information and a channeled message from cacao. There were a bunch of anise seeds in there now. And so if you want to make the cacao, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. And then I will talk about a little bit about the cacao, health benefits and different things. And then by then you should have had time to make your cacao while I'm talking about the cacao. And then we will reactivate, remember. I think I can turn off the cacao pile now. The sacred space, and we will have our ceremony. I will show you how to speak to it, how to drink it, how to hold it, how to connect to it through your heart, and then channel a message from the beautiful essence spirit of this plant medicine, this beautiful cacao. This is a seed pod, and it has a lot of benefits physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually on many, many levels. And it is a key ingredient for being able to do your spiritual work, your intuitive work, your psychic work, your energy healing work. Because you burn through your serotonin, you've got to replenish it, and that's what this does. Then your pineal can keep firing, can keep making melatonin and then DMT and becoming and glowing and opening the antenna through which you receive more accurately, more easily the intuitive guidance for whatever you're doing. So my hope is that through my Intuition Awakening courses, you are learning to use your intuition every day, all the time, with work, with all forms of relationship, including the one with yourself or your partner or work people or a boss. Okay. So you're going to be imbibing your cacao, and you're going to be connecting to my cacao. They're talking to each other. They're one. And through that, our beautiful cacao goddess, Michelle, who does our ceremonies for us, and we're going to add a second cacao ceremony with a different ceremony team. So we're going to get to experience a beginning heart opening and a closing heart opening on the first and the last day of the retreats, starting in July. So I always do the heart opening cacao ceremony, multi-sensory awakening. Then we go into the cenote. We go into a water cave, a womb of Mother Earth, Xibalba, the underworld. And we have been prepared. We've asked the earth. We've talked to the spirits. We've talked to everyone. We've asked permission to be there. We've asked permission, and we've asked for healing. And we come with a pure heart. And the cacao has helped us heal our heart, has helped us open our heart. And then we use that and the other elements of the cacao spa and the ceremony and the sacred music and all of the other things that we do, the activation and the healing work that I do with you the morning of the first day of the retreat. And then we go to this sacred place, which at this moment used to be in the chakra temple. We do a different one in that. That's what's going to be on the last day. And what we do is we go into this sacred cenote, which is a small private cenote. I do all of my retreats as much as possible with a private or a rented only for our group location. The ceremonies are only for us. And the dolphin communication healing work is just for our group. We have beautiful special access, and these things are designed for us and what we are doing. So we begin the first day by healing. And we begin by healing our mind, body, soul, bringing ourselves back into this moment, being enveloped in love. And the cacao starts to do that. I have cacao nibs and cacao seeds for you out all the time. You eat them, yum, 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 directly. We have cacao oil. We have cacao to drink. And then we have two. We're going to be having two. We used to always have one ceremonial cacao, like I said, followed by a sacred cenote sound healing. This last time it turned into a inner child awakening and recovery mission, and then a healing. It's a womb of mother. So you want to come to this if you want to be with a small sacred group that enters in sacred union with the earth, with the trees, with the cacao as an entity. And this beautiful woman that I work with, she is an embodiment of that goddess energy, that cacao energy, that loving, healing energy. She's healed her body, literally her womb, and her soul, her heart, and many, many people with this work and with this particular cenote. And my beloved and I got had a spiritual wedding together there last year with her, and her musicians and things. So we're going to call on her essence today, and we're going to call on the essence of the cacao. And first, what I want to do is show you how to make your cacao. Okay, so let me see. First, I think I'll show you the ingredients. All right, where are we? Okay, good. So these are your ingredients. If you haven't seen them in an email, and we will be sending them out again with the replay email, don't worry about it. And so today we are doing the Sacred Cacao Spirit, Ancient Mayan Heart Healing and Cacao Ceremony. And you can see here, then tomorrow I have a special guest, Veronica Parks, how to activate your superhuman and explore the power of your spirit guides. On Tuesday, I have a guest, Alon, the Genesis doctor, doing or sharing about the Mayan third eye opening, and the final celebration where I'll be doing more sacred work with you through these different entities will be on Wednesday. So I'm going to get to this a little bit more in a moment. I'm skipping through this because I want you, these are pictures from our previous cacao ceremonies, but I want to get right this moment you to be able to make your cacao. Then I'll go back through this. So here you go. This is all you need is hot water, preferably a blender or a shaker bottle, stevia or whatever you prefer for sweetening, because you need to do at least a tiny bit. Some people love pure cacao. We don't put a lot. We usually use stevia, and preferably organic, but you want powdered cacao, not cocoa. Okay, cocoa has dairy and sugar. This is 100% cacao. It's very easy to buy on Amazon and other places right now. And then these are optional: cinnamon, anise, mint, almond or vanilla essence, clove, nutmeg, coconut oil. We put in cacao nibs. Afterwards, you can put some of these little cacao nibs in, and then it becomes like a topping, and then you can eat it, and it has a little bit of a crunch. And I love that, actually. There's some places we go that makes cacao. Okay, so get your ingredients together, and now I'm going to share with you how to make the cacao. All right. Welcome everyone, Akasha here. Thank you for joining nanakasha.com, and we're here on my special show, Dolphin Divination and Mayan Sacred Healing, and we're going to make cacao. So today we're having a cacao ceremony online. I'm going to share a little bit more about the sacredness of it. However, it has massive health benefits, and we make it every single day and have our own little cacao ceremony. So come on in, I'll show you. It's very simple the way we make it. We don't use the traditional ingredients. We need a blender or a shaker bottle. I recommend a blender. This is cacao. These are cacao seeds. These are cacao seeds that are already roasted. You can eat them, they're delicious. And these are cacao seed nibs. You can eat any of these to replenish your serotonin, heal your heart, get lots of antioxidants. And you're going to want some powdered cacao. So this is the brand, because we happen to live in the land of the Maya. This is the brand we use, and I highly recommend you get organic cacao, and it doesn't have anything else in it. It's just ground cacao seeds, okay? This doesn't have dairy, it is not cocoa, it doesn't have sugar, and you will be wanting to have some additional ingredients. Now we use water, hot water. You can use coconut milk or something else if you prefer. And you're gonna need a sweetener. You might want honey, you might want monk fruit. We use stevia. So we put some liquid stevia in ours to taste. Depends on how much you want. You may not want a lot. You might want some mint. Sometimes we do almond or vanilla. All right, and then you could try pumpkin pie spice, cinnamon, or even anise is a very traditional anise or star of anise. We don't recommend that you blend this. You simply add it on top or stir it in after. Okay, so this is what the cacao seed pod looks like. Open it up. It's very much like coffee. It has all of these beautiful seeds inside. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to make our cacao. We want to make 2 cups of cacao, so we're going to put 3 cups of hot water here. We've already heated this up. And you can have this if you want to make 1. Now, we like to add coconut oil, so I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of organic coconut oil. We also usually put MCT oil, which is a kind of a coconut oil, so you could put more than that, and it is extremely good for your health. That's the reason we use that one. And you're going to want 2 heaping tablespoons of cacao powder. Now, after you make this, you may come to taste that you like a little bit more. However, remember, this is not sweetened at all. Now, you can put any of these in here. We're going to go ahead and do a little mint today. And, no, we're not. And we're going to for sure put our stevia in. And I put 2 droppers full. That's as much as the dropper fills up. And if you want a little sweeter, you can make that. And then we're going to go ahead and blend it. Now, you're going to want to lower your volume because I don't have any way to make you not hear it. However, I highly recommend you blend it for a while. It will get foamy, it will get pure, smooth, and thick. All right? So I start on low and work my way up. My food against the conscious elements that are involved in it. And then you're going to want to pick your favorite mug. So we have a wide variety of wonderful mugs here. I think I'm feeling a bit like a unicorn at the moment. And we'll often make this in the morning and drink half in the morning and half later cold. So you can put this into that plastic container, like a shaker bottle, and you can put it in the fridge if you'd like. So here you have, now this will get nice and thick on top, almost to where you can take a spoon. And so if you let it cool a little bit, but you can see the cacao is already foamed up, it's pure, it's very smooth. Now, I think what I'm going to do for mine is to add a few anise seeds. I really love anise. It's got a licorice flavor, but it is very strong. So I highly recommend you just put a few like that and stir them in and enjoy. Good. So hopefully you can, let me just move that. So hopefully now you can make your cacao, or you have made your cacao, and feel free to go do that now. And I'm going to share a little bit more about the cacao and the cacao energies, the cacao benefits, and all those fun goodies. So let's see here. Okay, good. Let me share my screen and off we go. So hopefully that was pretty simple. I'm trying to simplify it. Of course, there's more ingredients. The ceremonial cacao that our beautiful ceremony teams make for us is made with often some amazing different herbs, spices. They do all forms of cacao. Michelle is a professional chef, so she'll make little flour fudge-like things. Everything's made with organic honey, and it's stuff to rub on our bodies, and it's just quite it's sensory and amazing. So hang on. I actually want to just show you. So this is the cacao after sitting for a little while. It's I put some nibs on it like a topping, but it's extremely thick and becomes almost, look at this. Hopefully you can see how thick that is. Not really pudding, but like fluffy pudding. And the nibs on top is fun if you like to chew your yumminess. Oops. Okay. Go back here. So what we're going to do, hopefully here in a second, is while you're going ahead and making your cacao, we're going to come back here and I'll share just a little bit more about the cacao with you. Because then, and I can feel it because I'm now having a taste of my cacao. I've had cacao seeds earlier today as well. I use the seeds and the nibs during my work day because it replenishes your spiritual fuel, which is your serotonin. So here's what we have coming up, and let's take a look at the sacred spirit. So the understanding that I have after studying with many, many different cultures, mystery schools, energy schools, philosophies, mentors, shaman, and really deep spiritual sacred experiences, understanding the fabric of time and space and light and structure and what's underneath those things. And it came full circle back to the native and indigenous and ancient beliefs of how everything is alive, everything is conscious, everything has wisdom. And everything is just like a different person. This person is really good at this. This person is really good at something else. This person is an expert at this. This person is an expert at something else. So let's take a look. We've already done how to make your drink. So go back if you've just joined. If you're joining up, or you need to remember, it's earlier than this. Now we're going to move in. Once I've shared this information, to blessing, thanking the cacao spirit. I'm going to show you how to drink it. So please don't drink it yet. Let it sit so it gets a little thick like this did, because the cacao is a spirit, a loving, sacred, feminine essence. Also, there's, a cacao god in to the Maya, and that aspect being the energy we're going to tune into, because we're still in the full moon. And cacao is most powerfully known and used for heart healing, heart awakening, heart chakra, heart physical heart, heart of, as in the heart of you, heart of your spirit, heart of loving and accepting yourself, heart of becoming a receiver so that you can express your truth through love. You can't express your truth through love if you don't receive love. So the cacao spirit is a spirit goddess energy that, to me, comes from a place of the most beautiful inner unconditional love, the seed of your soul, where you were crafted together with all of the most benevolent and loving spirits of the universe that masterminded on your behalf to create you. And then you came in and you got caught up in your life and you lived your journey and you believed you were small and insignificant or not enough. And now you're waking up like everyone and you're realizing there's so much more to you. So this is a spirit guide, a healer, a heart awakener, opener, and reconnector. And so when we connect with it and drink it, even if you drink it every day like we do, I want you to connect in a sacred way. I want you to start to live your life in a sacred way. I want you to think about every moment is sacred. I pick my mug and I have all these cute mugs with cats and catacorns and unicorns and stripes and polka dots and just dolphins and whatever. Just, I love fun energy. And then I get to come in and whatever energy I'm into that moment, I pick that. And that has an impact on what's inside of it because that's the container. And if I feel loving and happy about the mug, then I know loving and happy energy is going into my drink. And this is how you live a sacred life. Instead of being oblivious in every moment, you're aware in the moment and you're being in a grateful heart, right? So this spirit opens our heart, lets us feel that essence and allows us. So as I channel, I don't know what she's going to say. And I've had a lot of cacao experience, a lot of cacao ceremonies, both for my team and other group ones. And I've had my own personal cacao experience, but I don't know what this is going to say and call us through to. So we are having retreat in July. It starts on the 30th of this month. And there's several people out there that Spirit keeps telling me are supposed to come. And so if it's you, if the heart healing and the love and the womb and the Mother Earth is calling you to heal something that has broken or changed in such a deep way that you don't know who you are, or you're ready to have a completion to something and an awakening and a rebirth, all in a loving sacred womb in Gaia, in this nature that can hold you and can heal you in a way that nothing else can. It's this spirit that's calling your heart. So whether it's the ancient Maya, whether it's Ixchel, who came through the other day, the beautiful goddess of women and fertility and the rainbow and the moon and loving us and healing us, all of the things, and connecting us to the luminous inner energies, or the jaguar or the dolphin. All of these are sacred spirit guides. And so see, what is your medicine right now? What is the medicine that your soul is calling for? Medicine is an energy. Medicine isn't a pill. Medicine is an energy that is soothing, healing, revealing. Maybe it's the rough rock that the snake pushes against to pull the old skin off. Or maybe it is the soft, soothing waters of a cenote that purify, bathe, and detox you, body, mind, and spirit. So heart opening, revealing, and healing, and learning the ancient and modern health spiritual benefits is what we are here for. So I ask you to now, hopefully you have your cacao, and if you're watching the replay, of course, you could just pause and come back with your cacao. I'm here with mine in my unicorn cup that says "Somewhere on a Rainbow." So the cacao bean, as you probably know, is what chocolate is made of. And here is the land of the Maya that I love here and live. They use it daily as a health tonic, as a spiritual guide, as a medicine. It was considered a form of gold. It was often called Mayan gold, along with that's also been used for their Mayan honey, which was also used as medicine. And of course, the two of those medicines are often blended to create another level of the ancient wisdom of the bee and the frequency of the bee. So we will be experiencing that as well in July, is the sacred bee and the sacred bee energies. The bee energies are the ability to vibrate at a higher state, regardless of being in a lower state. So if everybody's freaking out, and you're not denying that the freaking out is happening, or whatever is happening, yet you're walking at a higher state of consciousness. You're aware of your higher selves, and you expand your heart to go to a space where you can see what's happening around you from a higher perspective. This is what the healing of the heart allows you to do. So this cacao is considered a spiritual being, a goddess, a healer of the heart, and it's used in loving and beautiful ceremonies. It is not hallucinogenic in any way at all. It does have a very, very mild, relaxing or warming feeling. However, because the energy work I do and the people I work with and the sacred vortexes and places I take you on, these sacred ceremonial places for the retreat, the combination is you are going into the underworld, you're going into the depths of your soul, you're going into the depths of your heart, you're going back to be reconnected to your truth, to your soul truth, to be wrapped in love. And the cacao is about love. It will release everything that is not love from your body and your mind. It will release that in the way of being wrapped in unconditional love. So these are beautiful, spiritual, feminine essence. Now, the heart healing and opening properties also happen to affect the physical heart in a very good way, affect the chakra and other aspects of the light body, the mind, the emotional field. Now, if you bring more love or more warmth or more heart or more unconditional love, or you feel safe and wrapped in that love, how would it change your thoughts? How would it change your feelings day to day about yourself? So one of the things that happens is people are stressed, they're in adrenal fatigue, they're too busy, they skip their own routine. And I love my clients who remember to reach out to me every so often, at the very least, because, or Spirit tells me to reach out to them because they've stagnated or gotten stuck, and their spirit knows that me, as a spiritual mentor of theirs, at any time, I work with my clients in multiple dimensions. I go to your house and you go into your dreams, or whatever is optimal for you. It's not a way of doing anything to you. It's a way of one way that the support of multidimensional work that I do works for you. And so you might have a heart healing happening while you're having a heartbreaking experience. Maybe you've had a breakup, a divorce, or a death, and you can barely grasp who you are, how to think about your life without this person or the idea of that. When my daughter died, it was not just that dream and that person, but everything it meant in my future. It meant like somebody shut the door of my future that I had been living in. They just said, nope, you're not going down that future. It felt like pretty much rude, like F you. Huh? So understand that cacao is vital for spiritual health, because the pineal gland, which is your inner eye, which is your antenna, which is in your lotus or your pineal or your pine cone, that opens as you develop your intuition, as you develop and practice communicating with all forms of beings that are optimal for your highest good at this time, which is where you are right now in this sacred space. So if you do any form of spiritual work, you read cards for yourself, or you do healing or energy or meditation, if you do intuitive readings or psychic, seer, or visionary work, if you do creative expansion work, right? Art, music, those are all forms of channeling. Okay, if you channel, if you do spirit communication, astral travel, remote viewing, if you're working in multiple levels like I am, if you're channeling, and any form of energy medicine and light work, you burn up serotonin in the physical body, and that depletes your psychic abilities. It depletes your ability to continue to stay connected, clear, and expanded, and keep receiving the higher frequencies that are coming. So when you do work for yourself or others, you need to be channeling the energy through you, not using up your own energy. So using cacao, serotonin is one version of the pineal's inner secret serum. I call it serotonin turns into melatonin, which turns into a few other things that starts glowing, making the halo glow. And then it turns into DMT and so on and so forth. And this is what carries frequencies of the antenna, I call it your light antenna, that now connects you to, oh, I can some reason talk to iguanas now. One lady from the recent one, you start receiving more information from the dolphins, or maybe sacred waters. Maybe there's a sacred song that holds energies that takes you back to a space of calm. Maybe there's a water spirits that came to you from the cenote cave. Maybe there's a tree that speaks to you in your yard or near your home. Whatever it is, everything carries a frequency. And serotonin and cacao carry the frequency of wealth and reverence, healing, respect, and the ability to open the eye and the heart, because that's part of what's been bred into it. Okay? So these are some of the embodiments, the health benefits, the unconditional love. We've talked about a lot of it. Here's some of the physical benefits: blood flow, blood pressure, antioxidants, and its stomach, kidney, bowel. It was buried with people. It was considered currency. And they used to say that only the wealthy drank it, but now they know, no, it was more like everybody had Thanksgiving. So you made the cacao ceremonially, but you also drank it at home, or maybe you had a party or a celebration because it was Thanksgiving, and everybody did that, not just the wealthy. So here's some photos of our cacao ceremonies that we had in the past retreats, and Michelle making the cacao there. This is an incredible experience. This is not what we are going to do today is nothing like what you would get to experience when you come here in person. Okay. So I'm just giving you an opportunity. We're going to channel, but I can't be there to give you this sensory experience that they give you. We, like I said, go into the Sacred Womb Cave. This is beautiful Michelle. These are some of her little cacao treats painted with gold that she gives us, that she feeds us. So many forms of cacao that you can take, that's pure, that has honey, everything made with love. This is the entrance to the cenote that we go in. This is Chris and I for our spiritual wedding. And this was this last March where we were in the cenote. Off to the right is the water. So after we have our spa, you can see the little bowls has herbs with hot water, and we have a whole spa experience while drinking, imbibing, rubbing the cacao on us and within us. So I want you to connect to the light rays coming down this beautiful sacred cave, the womb energy, and all of these things here. She's made the cacao, she's ground the cacao, she's has all of these things here. She's doing this in the, not with the blender like I did, in this sacred traditional way. This was when we did our spiritual wedding. This was Michelle and I in that cenote that's right there. This was in March with one lady who came, who was out there giggling. It's like a womb, it's round, and you're going to go into these stalactites, and they sound like music, and you can tone, and it's very profound healing. So ceremonial use is where you combine intention, ceremony, honoring of the goddess, the spirit, the land, doing it in a place in your home or in your heart that's sacred. None of it is going to do something to you that you can't handle, yet it is going to free you from some of the grips of the pain you carry in your heart. So it is going to allow you the freedom to transform, because it is a powerful heart opener. and it paves the way to transformation through self-love. So that's what we're here for today, is to do this. These are some of our prior ceremonies. And we will be in this sacred temple. This is a temple of the chakras. It has eyes, it has ears, it has a crown chakra. This is the tree of life. Everything, like I said, is sacred. Everything we do is done in a sacred way, in a sacred place. It is one of the most enriching experiences that I can put together for you, because I want your soul to be enriched, to be freed, to remember who it is. So the cacao is a pod and a seed. You want to remember that those two things have specific energies. What is a seed? It carries potential, it carries codes. So you have seeds to your soul. You have seeds have codes that they know who they're meant to become. A pod is a group, a grouping of seeds. Is it a soul seed pod? Now, the healing and heart-opening energy that you're going to experience now has a spirit, and that spirit is known to the ancient Maya. Many other cultures now cultivated at, I think, Ecuador and Costa Rica, maybe Guatemala. Belize, for sure, was one of the first places they actually found cacao. The Maya were in Belize, they were in Honduras, and the Europeans took the cacao and began to make chocolate companies, and we still have the chocolate museum here, which is actually quite lovely, of how they came, found the cacao, started taking it back to Holland, and European companies started to make their famous chocolate. So this is about connecting to pure heart energy. And we've already shared that. So let's go ahead and this was our energy from yesterday. That's up there. There's Perseus, who's come through for us. This is Alon, who'll be here with us on Thursday. There's rainbow dolphins, and there's our retreat. Let's now go ahead and begin our cacao ceremony. I know we've been together for an hour, almost an hour now, so don't worry, because this part I don't think is going to be all that long, and you can come back. So at this point, we have already entered the chamber as I was speaking and bringing through information from cacao spirit. There were things opening within you that were recognizing what this is, what it all means for you. And now we're going to go ahead and drink our cacao in a sacred way, call on the spirit of the cacao, and then receive. You're going to be able to close your eyes at one point and receive your own messages. Now, then I will begin to channel and see what the cacao spirit has to say through me. So I want to apologize up front if my lips have cacao on them. It's a little bit hard to not have that. So let's go ahead and click our glasses and just say, welcome. And show you my cacao here is still extremely thick on top. I made it quite a while ago. It's cold now, but just as delicious. All right. So I want you to have your cacao. You can put it down in front of you. Checking on you guys. Wonderful. Okay, good. That's all. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through our nose. And we draw ourselves into this sacred temple, this temple that has been walking us through this Dolphin Divination Mayan Soul Healing Week. When you let it go, allow that temple of light to appear around you in whatever way is optimal for you at this time. We acknowledge the energies of the dolphin realms and Perseus, the rainbow dolphins. the Mayan goddess Ixchel, the jaguar spirit guide, the sacred Kukulkan pyramid, the 9-step pyramid, the unity consciousness, and the temple of transformation, where we encountered our descended God self and shed our past identity yesterday. I enter this sacred space in reverence, presence, and love. I bring myself into sacred union with this moment. Feel yourself sinking into your body, to your chair. You can close your eyes. You can let your arms or your hands go down or hold them together in front of your heart like I am. Take a deep, slow breath into your nose, up through your pineal, out of your crown, and send a rainbow bridge up, up, up. See the rainbow dolphins joining it. Ride that bridge all the way into the soul star. Step off like an elevator and allow that rainbow bridge to continue up into the higher dimensions of your light body and yourself, connecting to the galactic goddess of divine, sacred, unconditional healing and love. Whenever you need, always release the breath, holding that intention, asking the breath to take it with. Now I want you to see, sense, and feel your whole field beginning to expand. The sacred temple is the temple of the sacred God and goddess, the unity consciousness of the cacao spirit, the ancient spirit, the new spirit, the spirit that is to become. Like you, I am the sacred cacao. Like you, I am here to shift and evolve, to bring my consciousness back to unity, to find my wholeness and my new level of soul power. Together we walk this quest, and I came to this planet and have shared all across the globe the love, the heart healing. Yet rare is it are those who wish to hear the deeper part of their heart. Rare is it are those who receive love and enjoy it and grow it and keep it and enjoy the overflowing and the giving. The never-ending flow of love is divine, is you, is the essence of this entire real, this real reality, real. Clever. Reality, real like a movie, but real. This is what you are making real right now in your moment. This is what the real brings you again. It brings you the same harvest, brings you less of the harvest. It brings you less vitamins in the harvest. It's less rich, it's less fulfilling. And then you look outside of you to say, why am I unfulfilled? This dirt, this earth, this carrot, this relationship, this job is unfulfilling. I'm unsatisfied no matter how much I eat, no matter how much I consume, no matter how much I do, no matter how much I pray, no matter how much I do, all of it, it's never enough. There's a never-ending craving in my heart, the pit of my heart. Today, we go into that pit and we fill it with the rich, foamy, divine, pure essence of unconditional love. The ancient Maya and many others have understood the beautiful healing benefits of love. It provides protection. Protection provides an environment for growth. Growth provides an avenue for blooming, becoming, discovering, becomes the desire to share, and the circle goes around again. When you invite cacao into your life as a sacred traveler with you on this journey, you will know that love is here. Even if you feel no love in your life from those you are with, even an animal, even if you feel within that you are not worthy of love, even if you feel there are so many things that you need to fix before you can receive love. Cacao spirit enters you, becomes a part of your heart, becomes a part of your pulse, becomes a part of the rhythm of your life. You cannot escape it. It becomes one, and before the journey is over and it leaves your body, 8 hours or so later, you have encountered the great spirit of love. You have given yourself the gift of receiving, and you get to keep this new level of love, this new level of belief and receiving and experience, level of self-love. Self-love means you're willing to go deeper into your heart, remember who you are, what you want, how you were designed, what really is the sole goal of your heart. Welcome. Namaste. Now, I want you to take your cacao and I want you to hold it with loving hands. I want you to cup it. I want you to feel your divine essence, your crown chakra in your palm, here. Your crown is connecting down through your heart and down through each arm, up directly into the cup, into the cacao, and whatever energies you have on your cup. First, I want you to honor it by holding it up and lowering your crown and your pineal antenna to it, that you may be connected and honor it. I enter the sacred space and ask to be connected to the sacred spirit of the cacao for the optimal healing, guidance, love that is designed and aligned to my highest good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I want you to slowly bring it towards your heart. All right, and as you bring it towards your heart, you're going to hold it to your heart. Be careful if it's hot. Actually touching your heart. Still cupping it. You now are connecting heart to heart to the sacred cacao here in the cup. You can close your eyes and relax. Consciously move into your heart and open the doors and invite the cacao spirit in. Wayanin, Mother, I am here. Sacred cacao spirit, essence of heart healing, divine love, galactic goddess, unconditional love. I'm ready and willing to receive you into my heart, into my body, into my finances. I'm ready to receive this love and lasting protection, guidance, like a fairy godmother watching over me. I ask the cacao spirit to replenish me and to guide me, be love, receive love, and do all through love. I now accept this to replenish the love frequency in my soul, my light body, my heart centers, and all levels of my soul in any time and place. Now I want you to smell it first. Mine's been cold for a while and it still has a rich and gorgeous aroma. Breathe in the cacao spirit. Let it go into the pineal, the third eye, open here, come down the throat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take another deep breath. Again, let it go and bathe your brain, your third eye, your crown. Feel delicious through your ears, your eyes, your cells, down to your heart center. Let it go. One more deep breath, slow, delicious. Now draw it up and hold it in your crown. Allow the essence of that deliciousness, the beauty and the love to infuse your crown. And when you let the breath go, it begins to move the crown chakra clockwise. Now I want you to taste your cacao. If you have a spoon, use your finger or take a small sip. Try to get this thick foam. The foam is for your soul. Take a small little taste with the tip of your tongue. Close your eyes. Put all of your senses and awareness on the tip of your tongue. What do you feel? What do you sense? Take another small bit, maybe just from the bottom of the spoon. Focus 100% of your senses. Now, you're receiving this taste frequency, and it carries memories, codes, and very important information into your body and your cells. So receive it, and now go ahead and take a spoonful. Taste it, savor it all the way down the throat. When you feel ready for the next spoonful, take another spoon of foam. Take it in, feel it, sense it. Let it bring messages to you and start to let your heart be saturated. You can, of course, put your drink down. I want you to be fully in your senses. The cacao spirit is here. He, the essence is beginning to move through your cells, speaking to and bringing messages to your body. Keep taking spoonfuls until you're ready to take a sip. And when you take the sip directly from the mug, again, hold it with one hand underneath. Honor it that you are now taking in an elixir that has been designed with exactly the frequencies for your highest good and what is optimal for you at this time. The cacao spirit is working with your higher self, your body elemental, your I am presence, your soul blueprint, and all of your Akashic guides. Recognize this is a sacred potion, this is a sacred elixir, this is from the soul, and this is a seed. And in the full moon, you receive it, accept it, and drink it in the full light of recognition, acknowledgement of your powers that you already allow the heart healing and revealing to bring. And so it is. Take your sips, big or small, exactly as you feel called. Drink at least 3 sips. Now relax. Close your eyes if you haven't. And focus on the mandala beginning to radiate from your heart center. You have infused your heart center. You may feel warmth spreading through it. You may feel colors, shapes, symbols radiating from it like a sun. Watch, feel, sense. Allow the streams of light to come to you, through you, and from you as you harmonize with pure, unconditional love. Now I want you to feel yourself standing in the center of your heart, watching this amazing light show, like a mandala continuously radiating from the center of your heart. Like it's projected, it moves through you and out from you 360 degrees. Your heart feels lighter. You start to sense that things are shifting. Doors are closing and opening. Stairwells are moving. Some kind of magic is stirring in the heart. Love begins to take over. Starts to well up from within. Starts to flow in from around. You feel the never-ending loving wave. I am the body, and I am the divine love of the first mother, the mother of the maize, the mother of the tree and the roots, the mother of the rock and the earth, the mother of the waters and the crystals, mother of the divine, mother that has the seeds that are the doors to your soul's plan. Welcome. You're now going to reunite with your body in a new timeline from the heart out. So you're in the center of your heart. You have received this. You can continue to drink your cacao. You can continue to stay in communion. You can continue to receive and watch and witness energies and shifts. The full moon energy is extremely powerful. It is very positive. And the cacao will continue to stay in your spirit. So enjoy and feel yourself beginning to radiate out from your heart. Bring yourself back into your heart when you're ready to walk, talk, think. When you encounter others, don't leave your heart and then try to get them to do something or figure out what they think. Come back into your center. The heart is the place you receive love. It's the place where you find the truth of the ladder of love that's within you, the light antenna that's opening. And as one more element of earth, spirit, star, goddess, divine light, code, energy, healing, we give thanks to the sacred cacao and all of the energies throughout time and space, to the seeds, the healing, and the love that it brings. We receive with gracious gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Now anchor yourself down into your body, through your foot chakra, into your earth star. Relax and take at least 3 to 4 minutes before you begin to move your body, please. At that point, if you truly feel ready, please write down anything you felt, saw, or experienced, whether you understand it or not. Take time to be gentle with yourself, to listen to your heart, to feel your heart, to do what your heart desires. You're going to bring the sacred experience in through your body, and now you're going to walk into your life with it. And this is the moment of revelation that you can live in a sacred way in your 3D body. Continue to enjoy your sacred cacao. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow to meet our soul superhuman and work with spirit guides with my guest, Veronica. We give great thanks for the cacao spirit, for all of these energies, and may this circle be open yet unbroken, connected to each of us like the rainbow that we are, moving together. We are one, we are one, we are one. Namaste.